Okay.
Coming through in 3, 2.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Gameball. We're going to meet a few Irish legends.
Don't ask him about sport.
Hey guys, you'll never guess who I'm after meeting.
Me, I'm Judge. How are you?
Hey Judge, and your good friend Eugene here, how are ye?
I'm great. He has me killed working.
So, Judge, what have you been up to lately? You're after hitting the long grass, we haven't seen you in a while.
No, I'm here all the time. Every show they do, I'm here.
Very good. And Judge, are you still practicing the safe cross code a lot? You are?
Yes, I don't get much of a chance to use it. They keep me locked up.
Very good. And Judge, a few of your friends are missing here. Where are they? Are they around the building as well?
Oh, they're around somewhere. Sneaky Snake. And Mr.Crow, he's around.
What's the story with Sneaky Snake? Are you still at odds with each other?
No, I don't like him.
No. Eugene, how are you anyway? It's very good to meet you. And how is everything with you?
Oh, great. I'm great. We're still working away, yes. And we're still doing shows. We have Little Red Riding Hood on it at the moment. And we've had a very busy year. Yes.
It's lovely. It's a very impressive museum you have here. I mean, there's so many, I'd say, memories of people who would like to come in here and just see everything.
I suppose we'll all end up here.
George, there's a small matter of an All-Ireland football semi-final on at the weekend. Cork are playing Kerry. Would you have any views on that?
None at all.
You're not into football, Judge?
I have a grandmother from Kerry.
Kerry and Cork is always a kind of special rivalry there, and I suppose next Sunday will be no different, like, you know, we're neighbouring counties, like, you know, and, you know, I suppose both teams, no one wants to lose, like, so I suppose there's an extra bit of bite there as well, like, and I suppose a lot of the countries kind of take notice as well, like, when you have two teams so close, like that, I suppose there'll be a lot of hype about it as well going into the game. Like, there's an All-Ireland final at stake, like, so I suppose it's a massive game for both teams, like, as I said, the Munster final and Cork have a massive performance, like, I think we're up 8 points at half time, they overturned us, like, but it just shows the strength and depth they have this year, like, you know, they have a new person, Conor Coon has taken over, like, they've brought new players, and they have the likes of James Master, these guys don't come off the bench, so they're a very strong plan this year.
The way we look at it is that it's an All-Ireland semi-final and it's an opportunity to get into an All-Ireland final again, and so yeah, we're delighted with this. I mean, you take every game separately, you know, and last year wasn't pleasant for us at all, you know, but I think that getting into an All-Ireland final is motivation in itself. You don't need much more beyond that, you know, and so that's the way we look at it.
Cork have been the upcoming team the last couple of years. They've been All-Ireland final, All-Ireland semi-final, and they've been getting better every year, and I suppose they changed the personnel as well with Conor Coon coming in, like, and I think today the Munster final, like, you know, they showed they were the better team in the day, like, they're a very physical side, especially down the middle around midfield, and I suppose some big Mike Custom full forward as well, they have a big target man, like, so they're a very strong team, like, and they're a team you couldn't overlook. The morning game was a big tough game for us, like, a lot of people talk about last year as well, like, so we got over by 2 points, and the Galway game as well, the last, like, it was a great game of open football, like, there was high scoring in it, like, and I suppose Galway got the goal, the vital time, and they went ahead of us, but I think our experience shone through in the finish, like, we grabbed a couple of points back, like, and as I said, like, fellas like Darragh O'Shea there, like, drove us on from the finish, like, and you know, we were looking to come over the line in the end.
They are going for 3 in a row. They've great momentum, you know, and after their Galway and Monaghan games now in Croke Park, good intense games that they came out of, you know, and that's certainly kind of you know, brought them up a gear from the Munster final, so it's a big challenge for us. I wouldn't see it as, you know, stopping them getting to 3 in a row. Again, the way I look at it is that it's an opportunity for us to get into the final, you know, and I think you have to look beyond all that stuff and just, you know, zone in on what's important and where we're going, so that's the way I look at it, to be honest.
I think we've phenomenal support, even the Galway as well, the last, like, you know, there's always lads around more looking for tickets for the game, and we get great support in all the games we go to, like, and there's banners out and flags, like, but I suppose we Declan keep it for us, like, and it's a good thing, like, you know, it's nice to represent your club, like, and it's nice to go home the weekend after the game and go home to your own people, like, and talk to them and congratulate and stuff, like, so it's great, I suppose, from a small club, and I suppose the club is bordering Cork as well, like, you know, it's nice to be fired, and the hype up to the game now in the banter, like, you know, it all goes with it, like, so
you'd hope that we will get the best out of each other, and we're hoping that we'll come out on top, but we'll just wait and see. Hopefully it'll be a good day out, and we'll have a good crack off it anyway, you know, and we know that the kind of challenge that's up against us, but as I said, we're kind of a team that we like challenges and we'll make the most of them, hopefully, you know. There's lots of different ways to look at it. Yes, they have excellent forwards, they seem to have a new forward every year. I think the possession around the middle eight is going to be very important, who's going to get most possession, so there's battles everywhere in the field really, like, and you'd expect no different from an All-Ireland semi-final, yeah, you know, so it's just important to win every battle, or as many as you can, the majority of them. I suppose you're never going to win all of them realistically, like, you know, so win as many as you can.
Okay, so Crow, how are you anyway today? You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired.
Okay, run through what we're going to do here, okay? I'm just going to ask you basically what you've been up to for the last few months, and well, a few years really, since Wanderley Wagon.
Yeah.
What's your kind of normal days and things like that, okay?
Okay, then. Yeah, that's okay, you know.
Okay.
Nothing too touchy, you know.
Hey, look, I'm such a diva. So, Mr. Crow, what have you been up to for the last few years? What are you hanging around with your pals still, or what's the story?
Yeah, well, you know, I was working down in Ibiza for a while in the late 90s, and but you know, I decided to get out before it came too commercial, you know, so I came back to Ireland. I've been flying around, doing my thing, you know, not getting into too much trouble.
So you're after hooking up with your old friends anyway from Wanderley Wagon, are you, since you got back?
Yeah, well, I still come back here on the weekends. I do the shows here with Judge and Eugene, you know. It keeps me down to earth, reminds me of my roots, you know.
Very good. And what about Mr. Snippety Sneak, or sorry, what's the sneak called again?
Sneaky.
Sneaky, sorry. What about Sneaky Sneak?
Yeah, I don't have much to do with him. I've seen him kind of slithering around, but, you know, not really into him at all.
What about the Rose of Tralee, Mr. Crow? Are you going to take a trip down, fly down?
Well, here's some of the birds that we checked out.
Hi, I'm Emma Dwan, I'm representing Dubai.
And I'm Rita Chalty and I'm representing New Jersey.
I'm originally from Limerick. I've been living in Dubai the last year in advertising over there, so it's great. It's brilliant.
Both my parents are from Clare, and then they moved to Ireland when my brother was a baby. And so now we're back.
I ended up in Dubai. I went over after university to teach, and now I'm in advertising over there, so it's great.
We own a bar and restaurant at home, and this guy that comes in kept after me to enter in, so then finally I did and got through there. I went to Portlaoise and got through the regionals, and now I'm here.
My name is Niamh O'Hanlon. I'm representing Cork, and I'm from Cork as well, but living in Dublin.
My name is Katie Nolan, and I'm the Kerry Rose, and I'm from Castle Island.
Just something that I always wanted to do, and it was my last chance this year because we're too old next year, so I said, why not? I don't want to regret it in 10 years' time, so. I work as a commercial lender in Anglo-Irish Bank. So for the last 3 years, my first job, I came out of Smurfit doing a master's and I went straight there, so been there ever since.
There's added support. You're in the home county, so you have extra support, so I think it makes up for it. Any pressure is balanced by the support. I've been working in Kildare for the past 3 years as a primary teacher in Kilcock, and it's something I always kind of wanted to do, and then like Niamh, the opportunity arose this year, and a friend of mine offered to sponsor me, so kind of it went from there.
My name is Ellen Condon. I'm originally from Pearl River, New York, currently living in Woodside, Queens, and I'm the New York Rose. It couldn't be better. Really. Everyone has been so hospitable and kind. I'm really not surprised, but it's great all the same. I'm an actress in New York. I'm a professional actress. I have cousins in Ireland that I've never met, but my roots are in Waterford and Kilkenny, which I understand is now a big thing because of the hurling match. So please don't ask me to pick a side. I can't.
I'm Roisin Mulligan. I represent Texas. I'm here to have a good time. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. Either way, it's a great opportunity, so it'll be good. Actually, I teach back at home, and there was a local paper did an article about how I used my Irish heritage in my classroom, and the Texas Center got a hold of it, and they asked me to do the Texas Rose, and ended up winning it, and here I am.
Well, my name's Ashlyn Ryan, and I'm the New Zealand Rose, and I come from, well, obviously New Zealand. My father is from Care and Tipperary. It's something I always really wanted to do, and I used to live in Ireland actually, and I'd kind of come to the conclusion that as soon as I was back in New Zealand and was available to do the Rose of Tralee, I would. So I just moved back to New Zealand at the beginning of this year and entered in. I had been touring with Riverdance for the last 4 years, and it got to a point where, I mean, I absolutely loved it, but I knew I had to go back to college and, you know, get on with things because you can't just live that life for too long. So I'm now back in New Zealand. I'm studying full-time. I'm doing a Bachelor of Arts in English Literature and History. It's hardly a competition. It doesn't feel like a competition at all, you know. Like, the girls have just been amazing and we're having a great time, so I think that's the last thing that's on our minds.
Okay, and who's your favourite, Mr. Crow?
I don't know, I wouldn't like to disappoint any of them, so I think, you know, I'll be tactful and just say all of them.
By all accounts, you were a big hit after the show, Mr. Crow. Nice.